Right over, boys. Welcome back to the Reggies. Three blokes who could have been anything but chose to have fun instead.
Oh, yeah.
Boys, huge show coming up today as we dive right into our fresh segments.
Oh, 100%.
We're going to talk about the footy,
Yep.
the Women's T20 World Cup. We've
Yep.
unfortunately got to talk about the fucking cricket in India.
Yeah. Hey, one thing too, every number 17 out there should be thankful we didn't have a proper go.
Yeah, that's right.
On the bench.
Hey, the key word in that opener is we chose to have fun.
It was not our performance.
We chose,
We chose.
not to be elite.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
That's exactly right. 100%.
Oh, hey, we're finally here.
Yeah,
Feels
we
A
are.
long time coming.
We are finally here. I know we
Cheers
released
for
that
that.
last week.
Yeah, but that was recorded a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, this
And-
feels
Yeah,
like the debut.
mid-January.
And
This
you
feels like the debut.
And you just overthink everything up until now. Like, have we done this? Have we done that? We
Yeah.
fucking loaded the table in front of us with
have a good look
the
at that.
ultimate Reggie's kit.
With a Reggie's kit.
Deep heat, strap and tape, Vicks, the standard squeeze bottle, which we'll get to later.
The
It
guide
smells
to Reggie's
like...
success.
That's right. It's a Reggie's bread and butter. Smells like
Fucking
fucking success in here.
Yeah. Smells like the sheds.
Fuck.
It does. It does smell like the shit.
So what's been going on? I know that you're just about to fucking be real busy, Tom.
Yeah. The missus is pretty much ready to go with the twins. Got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old already, so about to really experience some change ups. But I've got a lot of other things happening. It's a good time in my life, so
Fucking oath.
everything's cranking, boys.
Absolutely,
What about
mate.
you? How
I
you
have
doing?
been that keen for the last month
Yeah.
to fucking
Yeah.
get in here and start this because fuck, we got some good
All that's been on my
ideas.
mind.
Yeah, 100%.
Just wake up and think of Reggie's.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, it's one of those things that once you start it and you have a sort of an idea that you think's going to work and you believe in, you go, oh, there's some fucking legs here.
Yeah.
I'm
Absolutely.
really just going to whip the cunt home.
What do
Which,
we reckon about the support we've got so far?
Unreal,
Oh,
man.
Fuck me.
The Reggie's
Fucking
community has just gone off its fucking lemon
Yeah.
spread.
The
It's
fellow
been unreal.
Reginalds have just been fucking ripping in.
100%,
Instagram and
mate.
everything, all support we're getting has been unreal.
Yeah,
And
100%, man.
Number one on the charts.
Yeah, that's
as
pretty
of today
cool.
in Australia.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is
So
unreal.
straight off the bat, that's fucking awesome. So I appreciate everyone downloading that, and we've started a few things off which we didn't really know for sure what we were doing when the last one was released, but we've started up all the social medias, and we're really keen for everyone to get involved because, like, this show, picking the rugby league team and the club that we're building, the Reggies, all the other stuff, like, we're keen for you guys to help us do all that shit. So,
That's
great.
right,
But
yeah,
what are
exactly.
some of the socials, bud, that you've made up for them to go and check
we've
out?
got our just the Reggie's Facebook page, and then attached to that we've got the RRLC, which is the Reggies Rugby League Club.
Oh, yeah.
Now we are going to build a club. We're going to get into more of this later, but I'll just say we're going to build a club. We're the owners, right? And we sit on the board. Now I did have a little bit of a thought. We own it and we sit on the board. Do we need an outside influence to maybe sit on the board with us? Maybe it's something we can look at later in the year, getting a listener to sit on the board with us.
Oh,
That
so
is
they
a great
could...
shout.
Because
So-
you don't want to, we own it, you know?
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
going to
that's
be
right.
influenced by
Yeah.
that. So maybe we need someone else
Fuck,
to sit
so
on
it'd have
the
to be a
outside.
deadly cunt.
Oh,
Ooh,
fucking
yeah.
oath.
Like, they'd have to prove themselves massively.
Oh, yeah. There'll be a fucking a booklet worth of criteria they got to tick
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, that's not a bad shout.
Anyway, we're going to get into the club a bit later.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Sounds
We
But
are.
that RLC, I need to fucking fix that up, don't I? I keep fucking that up. But the page that you go to, like every week, we'll be putting up a thing like, righto, Reggie's, we're picking the wing this week. What's your
That's
fucking
right.
thoughts? And you can put in your ideas. And, you know, if you put up a fucking good one we haven't thought of yet, we'll give you a shout out on the show. Who knows? We might start giving away some shit. Maybe a roll of strap and tape if you're lucky. But
Yeah, we won't
you know.
take all the credit if you fucking.
No,
put
that's
one
right.
in.
But that's what we mean by jump on to that Facebook group and, you know, get involved, because that's the fucking most fun part about these sort of things is getting a community involved, because I know that you cunts love this sort of shit. That's
yeah.
why, you know, it's
Even
kind of
on Instagram and that in the past week, just blokes randomly messaging saying, check out this bloke for a Reggie.
Yeah.
Fucking some of the I didn't even know, and I thought they are unreal.
Have you got any off the top of the dome, Jace?
All
Haven't
right,
you
I
got
got-
one that you were
I've
waiting
got
for?
one
us?
that I've been waiting to Peppies with.
Fucking
So,
right.
I've
few
been
of his-
keen to hear this all week.
a few of yous may know. The wood chopper from Tasmania, David Foster. He is statistically the greatest athlete of all time and loves nothing more than smacking down dog's eyes and VBs. So
That is
Wait up.
fucking brilliant.
So what's he do?
he chops wood. He's an axeman.
Oh, he goes in those
He's a
wood chopping
competitive
cops.
axeman.
Wood chopping. So, yeah, how good's that? I think I've heard him brought up a few times in the past on other shows and
Yeah.
stuff, but it's unreal. Like, it just fits the mould of this so well, doesn't it? Like,
Yep.
just fucking
100%.
chopping wood and chopping it well.
What if he stats on him? So he is the winner of 186 world titles.
Oh, you weren't joking.
No.
About statistically the
He
greatest.
is.
I wonder if he got, other countries literally come and competed against him, or they just call it the world title. You know what I mean? Like, is there any...
Where's he from?
He's from Tassie.
Ah.
Yeah. And he's won 168 Australian titles, over 2,000 first place in wood chopping, and is the first person in sporting history to have won over 1,000 championships.
Holy fuck.
And he's weighing in at 25 stone and can rip through a 12-inch log in 8 seconds.
Wow. I wonder what that equates to, the stone thing, 'cause that's got me fucked.
Oh, yeah.
There's a big rig
I
anyway.
should have fucking
Big rig.
converted that.
That's
but-
fucking beautiful, isn't it?
And another great shout on him is he's often joined in charitable quest with his fellow Tasmanian mate, Booney, who we brought up. Yep. So the Reggies, combined Reggie input.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
fucking
so
unreal.
he's like, people know this cunt.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
he's
right.
fucking well known.
I'll have to
There's
hunt
probably
him
a
down.
statue of him in Tasmania somewhere out in the forest.
Yeah, fucking oath. That's awesome.
We'll have to hunt him down,
And he does a bit of charity with Boone.
Because it's interesting, like the wood chopping. I wonder if they're because they're down in Tasmania, they just play cricket and chop wood. Like, is there anything else they do down there?
And maybe root their cousins.
Oh,
Sisters, come
yeah, I
on.
wasn't going to say that. Yeah, they don't go.
I saw a window and I took it.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, so that's some of the stuff that's already been sent in, which is prime.
Just quickly, that was sent in by Brett Stevenson.
Good on
Alright,
you, Bretto.
Shout out to Bretto.
Cheers,
That
Bretto.
was prime.
On your Bretto.
But
no, that's good. So make sure you fucking get involved. I think by this stage, Groper, I think we'll be on YouTube. Like this episode will be out on YouTube.
Yeah.
What's that? Is it just called the Reggies podcast or the Reggies on YouTube?
So, yeah, we're just the Reggies on YouTube.
Cool.
We're
Yep.
the Reggies on YouTube. I think we're the Reggies podcast on TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah.
Our Facebook page is the Reggies, and then you've got the Reggies Rugby League Club, which is attached to that page. So
Yep.
jump on. I think we've got like one person on the page so far because I haven't really ramped up the Facebook, but it's good to go as of right now.
Yeah,
So,
that's right. And we got a couple of questions to get into it
Yeah.
that you fucking need to
If
answer.
you don't get them,
Just
well,
fuck off.
I can see you later.
You're a dead set A grader
You're not
if you
letting-
don't get it. So, yeah.
Hey, I'm fucking in big trouble with my body, boys. Eh?
Oh, yeah? What's going
My
on?
shoulder is cooked. My knee is cooked. I was telling you the other day, Jace, the outside of my knee, I don't know
Yeah.
what part of the CL it is, but it is. I can't bend it one way.
Part of me CL.
But guess what?
What?
Last time out, still bowled 8 straight and took 3 for 18.
Oh,
So,
stop it.
That is Reggie behaviour.
How good is
And
that? Did you have a good limp on
just
you?
to put on top of that, I was none for 14 off 1, and I ended up with 3 for 18 off 8.
Holy.
Good figures.
Was that just line and length, or did you throw a few fucking like Yorkers in there? How'd you get 'em?
Look, I'm just happy if they bounce once. To be honest. But mate,
Yeah.
that first over, I don't know. I'll give you a bit of a background here. So we were playing out at Bits. It was a home game for us. We made a ton of runs. I think we made about 240 off our 40 overs or something.
good.
So they needed to step on the gas. And anyway, we got a wicket, and it was someone clean bowled one of their blokes, and the not out batsman, he's one of their guns. Stumps were all over the place, so I was like, "Hey mate, can I just borrow your bat, like to knock the stumps in?" And he just goes, "Oh nah, mate, sorry." And I was like, Are you serious? Or like, I thought he was taking the piss. And I said, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, sorry." I'm like, "Fucking what?"
What?
Anyway, the new batsman comes in. I said, "Mate, can I just borrow your bat to knock the?" You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
eh?
yeah, to knock the
You
stumps
just use
in.
the
Use
handle.
the
of the
handle.
fucking bat.
No,
Yeah.
knocked him in, and I went, "This cunt's in trouble now," because we all know that I
the
love
tiger.
a yap out
Yeah.
on the cricket
Fuck
field,
yeah.
and I just went, "Right, I'm just going to bite me time here." Next over, I think what happened? He must have played and missed it a couple, and I went, I asked him, I said, no. I yelled out to the Slips boys and I said, he'd want to know how to use that. He'd want to know how to use that fucking bat after he wouldn't let me hit the stumps in with him. Anyway, gets better. Skipper said to me, oh, Tito, warm up. Go, you're coming on next over. This is a few overs later. And I didn't warm up at all. I've come in and bowled 3 half trackers and he's gone 4-4. Pump me for a 6 over square leg.
Oh, no.
And the boys in the Slips go, hey, Keto, I think he knows how to use that bat. And I've just got steam coming out of the ears. Like, I am fuming. And then I just went, right, I won't be bowling again. Got another over, snicked him off. Caught behind.
Oh, nice.
Thanks
Did you
for
give him?
coming.
What'd you give him when you like?
Nah, I didn't give him anything.
Didn't you?
I'm not a big send-off bloke.
Aren't you?
I like doing it when I'm trying to get him out.
What? And then
But
just do you
once
even
you've
look
got him out, you just give them the big and
Just let the-
you know,
just
they're
let the
gone.
result
right near their ear.
Yeah,
I do
But when I'm
love
trying to get him
fucking-
out, I'll fucking sledge all day.
Yeah, nah, that's good.
I don't want a big Brett Lee chainsaw rip. But
I'm a
that's
big
so
fan of the
amazing.
Gary Lyon spin around on a knee,
Oh, yeah.
both
Oh,
hands
yeah.
out, and just letting it rip. I like the
He does
Gary.
drop down onto the knee real quick.
Yeah,
eh?
and just spins, and it's a huzzah. Yeah, it's fucking good. I love it. Hey, we should get to as well. People might be wondering, like, Groper, that's a weird name to name your child. But, like, so I was just going to say we should probably touch on how that name came to be, Groper. Do you want to touch on that?
Fuck me. Yes. Right, how long do you want to go for?
No, just a short, sharp one.
We went to Year 9 leadership camp. We were all there. Well, me and Tom were. Jace wasn't even thought of.
Still in the sack.
yet. Still swimming.
No, so leadership camp, all the group activities you want, work as a team, all that sort of shit. So we had to get the group from one side of this thing to the other, walking on these 2 beams, right? It was a big carry-on. Took us forever. And we're all, I don't know, a couple of hours we were probably trying to do this. And we'd got most of the people over. And me and this other girl were left. Fog. Absolute fog.
Fucking foghorn.
Foghorn. Anyway, she started to fall off the beam. And I've gone, nah. We've almost done it. Or, no, I didn't even, I just reacted, I reckon. And I've gone to catch her to stop her from falling off. And I've, grabbed her on the boob. And she has just screamed at the top of her lungs, he grabbed my boob. And I can't even remember back this far, but I'm assuming I went fucking red.
Oh, yeah. And it was
Fucking
just
no,
like
but-
the couple of teachers that we had, I'm not going to name them, but the couple of teachers that we had were
Fucking
dead
I'll
set.
name 'em.
Dead set. Dead set fucking legends.
No, they were. They played footy.
Mate,
and
they were just good cunts.
They were probably our age now. And
They were Reggies.
Fucking good cunts.
No,
They
that's
actually
it.
were.
They
yeah.
were fucking Reggies. And they just went, one of them just goes, oh, Groper. And then it just stuck like
Yeah.
fucking pubes on soap and fucking.
No, you know
everyone's
why?
like, Groper, Groper.
Because I was blowing
Oh,
up.
yeah,
about
you let
14-year-old me was kicking off, saying, "Don't fucking call me that." And so, what do you do when someone
he's
says
just
that?
like
It just
tantrum,
sticks.
like both feet. I'm not a groper. So straight away you're like groper.
Yeah. I don't know. How long do you reckon it took? It probably only took a couple of weeks, and I just went, fuck it.
Yeah, and then
whatever."
it just
Throw in the
cemented in,
towel.
and you just took
Yeah.
it. And now, if someone called you Ryan, I'm just like, Ryan. Who the fuck is Ryan? So yeah, that's what groper is anyway. Because I reckon there would have been a few people going groper.
What I find
Yeah.
funny is first time I met you, I was like, Groper. I was like, surely that isn't what I think it means. And then I finally, once got to know you better, I was like, I'll ask him. I was like, how did that name come about? And you just gave him the short and sharp version of that. Just, I grabbed chick's tit once. And I was like, okay. I was expecting to be a fish or something.
Yeah. That's what everyone thinks, but the fish is spelt different.
Yeah, it is.
Some people spell my
Three
name
U
with a
in there.
U, but it's wrong.
Yeah, no,
Stop-
it's wrong.
Stop doing it.
Yeah, no, it's not with a U. Yuck. What the fuck?
It's just OPER.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no way. Get out of the fish. We're a squeezing kind of groper. Righto, that's fucking good.
Oh,
but
fuck me. Are we going to get in to the ROLC.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into the
Let's rip
RLC.
in.
We've
Let's
been
go for it.
fucking keen to kick this thing off. The idea of and now I think it's important to say too, boys, is that like we might be mentioning people who are dead, mentioning people who are in no rugby league team in their life. We're just picking blokes that fit the mould into the ultimate Reggies team of all time. Right?
It's a rugby league based club.
Yep.
But fucking anyone's in it.
It's just based on
you don't have to
morale.
have played sport to be in it.
No, you just have to have that Reggie
That's right.
bit of cunt in you, pretty much.
Exactly.
That's right.
Put it
So,
shortly.
That's what we said. We're going to build a club. We want you all to help us out. Today, we're going to pick. What are we going to pick?
Well,
a CEO, a coach,
manager.
and a manager.
Yeah, we're going to go
what
through
we're
that.
gonna do.
So that way we've got a board, we've got a mob to lead them. You can get into that group and then help us from then on.
We're not going to pick any positions until we get help from you.
That's right. You guys can chip in and help us pick the fucking team.
That's right.
So
Let's go CEO straight off the bat.
righto. Well, what are you
Noms.
boys? What are you
I'll
boys
throw
thinking?
mine out.
Go on.
Kerry Packer. I
Righto.
think it's a
Ooh.
good shout.
That's not a bad shout.
Yeah.
Mine is fucking Bob Hawke.
Yeah, that's
just
a great
'cause-
I
one.
do love Hawkeye.
And just because like I've never seen someone like in that sort of role before, just sculling your beer in front of cunts
Yeah.
and telling
Every
those
year.
jokes and that sort of shit. I just
Yeah.
reckon he fits the mold. But that's a great shout.
And he
too.
also
yeah.
said the second most important bloke in the country is the Australian Test captain. That's where it come from, was him.
Was it?
Yeah,
Well, there you
and
fucking.
I agree.
Well, there you go.
I've
That's,
got one more nom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
This bloke definitely took it a bit far, and he's a Yank, so he's probably not going to get a shout. But if you've watched The Wolf of Wall Street,
Oh, that is a good one.
Jordan Belfort
Wow.
made an absolute fucking fortune by pitching dog shit stocks to filthy rich blokes. And he got done in the end, but fuck me, he had a good time doing it.
Oh, fucking oh.
So, if you put Jordan in, the boys would be high rollers. The club might fold in a few years, but we'll have fun.
We're going to make
We'll
money.
win a few premierships.
Fuck
in
it.
The
the
Hell,
CEO, we want him to make us money.
Oh, that's right. He's there. He doesn't even need to watch the game. He's there to fucking
That's right.
bring in
Exactly.
bank. Wow, that's a fucking great
Make sure
show.
the boys have fun in the off season.
If you haven't watched the movie, you'll see what I mean by he is a dead set Reggie.
Yeah.
we pick
Holy
him, you
fuck.
must watch it.
Jesus. I don't know. What are you thinking?
Oh,
I do like Jordan Belfort. That's a great shout.
It's the only thing that makes me like hesitant on it is he's not an Aussie.
Yeah, me too.
I also thought of
I
that.
just don't think
As I was
he'll-
writing it, I thought that.
That is great, but I just don't think he'll get our culture.
No.
Like he wouldn't even know what the game cricket is. He
Yeah.
wouldn't really know rugby league. As
You'll
much
end up
as-
like one of those clubs that has an owner that doesn't really care about what the team does.
Yeah, that's right. They
He
wouldn't
just wants to
understand.
make 'em money.
Well, it's like an engineer doing something and saying do this, and all the tradesmen going it won't work, cunt. And he just doesn't get it. You know what I mean? It'd be a similar thing like that. All the
Right.
tradies out there would get us. So I don't know. I feel like he sort of can't be, although he would be
Yeah.
a great fun.
Right.
I'd
Well,
invite him on Mad Monday.
honourable
Oh,
mention,
yeah.
Yeah,
Jay
honourable-
Belfort.
Honourable as fuck.
But are
I
we
think-
going with B Hawk?
Yeah, I like Bob Hawke because he'll definitely show the love for the club too.
And
just
the
think
country.
I just think
Yeah,
he's got
exactly.
that passion in him.
Yeah.
You know what
He's
I
got
mean?
that Reggie
Righto.
for sure.
Right, so Bobby Hawke, CEO.
Hawkey's in. Righto.
Hawkey's in.
That's
On
easy.
your Hawkey.
Righto.
Fucking oath.
We need a coach to coach our A grade side.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. Fuck that
Yeah,
up.
fuck's sake.
We're not playing A's.
Yeah,
What
that's
the
right.
fuck?
Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
We need a coach.
Righto.
Yeah.
I've got someone in mind. What do you reckon, Jace? Who are you thinking?
This was a tough one for me,
Yep.
but I was thinking just off pure aggression and just getting the boys fired up, which is what you need in a Reggie's team, is bellyache.
Yeah.
Craig Bellamy.
Bellamy just ripping in.
But he's a dad kisser.
He's a
so-
fucking A grader too.
Yeah. But I see what you mean with the blow ups. Mine is fucking Ricky Sticky Stewart. Now, why I think so is he's the most fined coach in the history of the NRL from just ripping in and having his say. To my knowledge, the only coach to ever call someone a weak-gutted dog at a press conference. And third of all, I reckon he would also hold the record for most chews of a chewy in 80 minutes. So
You'd
that's
hate to
my
be chewing
shout.
gum. Holy fuck.
That is a great shout.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And he played in that era where he had to be a Reggie.
Oh,
too,
mate.
So that's good.
Everyone
Exactly.
back then was Reggie, yeah.
Now,
Smashed it.
Mine, I'm not going to lie. If this doesn't get in, I'll be a bit annoyed. But that's why there's three of us, because it's majority rules.
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
not an NRL coach, which I was trying to steer away from.
Yep.
Tom, I don't know if you'll know who he is, because he's an AFL player / now a coach.
Oh,
And he is
I know you're
a fucking the biggest Reggie. Stuart Dew.
knew it.
He coaches the Gold Coast Suns now.
Yeah.
And he won 2 premierships, one with Port Adelaide and one with Hawthorn. And he is fucking bulky, but let's be honest, he was fat.
Yeah.
And he come on in the 2008
Don't
grand
even
final,
bring it up.
and he played the best 5 minutes you'll ever fucking see. He kicked 2 goals, and he was in everything. If you YouTube Stewie Dew's 5 minutes, it'll come up straight away, and it's got about millions of views on it. Nah, look, he's like I said. There's 3 of us, and that's why we vote. I just tried to steer away from the NRL.
No,
I'm
that's-
gonna have a lot of
No, that's
players in
fine. Like I said, I'm only going Sticky because I fucking don't know who he is, but happy to fucking, if you boys reckon he's in, let's go.
Well,
What are you
we'll leave it up
thinking?
to the listeners to help out as well, see what they reckon.
What do
Well,
you
we sort of
reckon?
got to pick today,
No,
though.
pick
We
the
got to
cunt.
pick today.
We'll
Pick him. Well, it's up to you, Jace.
It is actually up to me.
It's up to you.
I love Dewey, and I don't mind a bit of Aussie Reels as well. So, but I think just for the sake of it being a footy team, I'll take your side in this, Tommy.
Righto.
Okay, we'll
Righto.
go with Sticky.
Sticky. Well, how about we'll find a
Grover's
role.
fuming inside.
Well, we'll find a spot for Dewey. We'll find
will.
one.
Righto.
Right.
They're still assistant coaches.
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
right. Yeah, but there's also players, and
Fucking, we can
Absolutely.
make up anything.
Yeah.
Dewey will get
that's
a run.
great
Yeah,
mention.
that's
but
all right. Fuck
I'll
off.
come back
Fuck
next
you.
week. I'll come back next week after watching Dewey's 5, and I'll fucking send him straight in.
Yeah.
What's to say he's not going to get a run on the team?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
There you go.
he's probably too young to
Groves,
be
can
a
you
coach.
sling us a beer, please?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, righto. So we've got CEO Bob Hawke, Coach Sticky. Now we need a fucking McManager. This one's fucking hard. A manager.
Yeah, I didn't really come up with anything, to be honest.
No, neither did I. I've got fuck
I was
all.
hoping that
That was a
our
tough one, yeah.
what we come up with as CEOs and coaches, that we just slide a manager in there.
Well, what about what's Carrie Packer's deal?
Oh yeah,
I don't know, he definitely was successful, but another thing, he just loved a big blow up. I remember fucking watching that documentary years ago on like Channel 9, and I'm pretty sure he loved Dog's Eyes. And it was just, he's just a big bloke who just
yeah. He
fucking-
started World Series cricket.
Yeah.
Didn't he
He's-
fucking get the Super League thing all going too? Wasn't that them? So he knows rugby league.
yeah.
So
We
you
could put
need,
it
I
in.
think, a manager. You need a bloke who knows the sport. You need a bloke who's good with fucking money and knows how to fucking
He's great with
wheel
money.
and deal.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He might be a shout.
There he could be. There's a lot of player managers that we could probably
Yeah.
should have dived into. That have definitely some of
true.
them would be Reggies. I don't know.
It just stumped me the most.
Do you reckon
Unless we leave it for
we
a
should
week.
leave it?
Oh yeah, because we
I
can't
don't.
just.
We don't want to dive in and pick someone that
Who
we
we
don't
don't-
actually want.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't want to pick Packer and he gives us a shits
Yeah,
week 2.
That's right.
Hindsight's a cunt.
Yeah, that's right. So
right.
Sticky coach, fucking CEO Bob Hawke.
Yep.
I think that's a pretty
I'm happy with
fucking
that.
Australian duo there too.
Honourable mention, Big Dewey.
Yeah, look.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get him.
We don't
going.
know. That, we don't know if Stewie's not in yet.
Yeah, that's right. Dewey's good sniff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He didn't get the head coach role, but hey,
That's right.
He'll play
So
one. give
He'll
up.
play his part.
yeah.
yeah, so guys, go and join the fucking Facebook group. It's called a group, isn't it? Not
It is
a page.
group. No,
Face-
no, the Facebook page and then the RRLC
ROLC
group is
Yeah,
attached
is the
to
group. So
page.
get into that group. That's where you'll be able to have your say. We'll put posts up saying, fucking, come help us. We're picking this position this week. What are your fucking submissions? And,
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, so that'll be good. It'll be good fun. I can't wait to see at the end of the year the fucking team we've assembled.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to
if we
get
could-
jerseys going too, eh? Like, as in, at the end
Yeah.
of the year, we'll have to design a jersey and sell the fucking jerseys,
Definitely.
mate.
Imagine if we
Great
had
idea.
the Reggie's jersey with the Deep Heat as the major sponsor.
Oh, and it will be too.
Jeez, that would have been good.
Yeah.
Prime.
Fucking
Oh.
oath. Reach out, DP.
Yeah.
Long sleeve
We're
thick
here.
cotton as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Long
Exactly.
sleeve cotton. I love it. Well, I'm going to unload I'm going to sit up for this. I'm going to unload some of the sport coming up this year because honestly, it is an unbelievable lineup, and we will be giving you a mostly one-eyed, extremely passionate Reggie view of anything that comes up.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, this is in a brief order, except for the end. Listen to this. World Test Championship final, pre-Ashes. The Ashes, it starts in June over in Pommyland.
Oh, yeah.
The FIFA Women's Soccer World Cup held in Australia in July. They're talking about 80,000 fans to pack the Sydney Football Stadium for one of the Matildas group games. That's unreal for them. The Netball World Cup, surely we're a shoo-in to make the final against New Zealand there.
England. Riveting.
There's a basketball World Cup. Everyone's playing for second, so don't worry about that. We've got the Rugby World Cup. They're all A-graders, but they'll be getting a mention. That's in France. Australia's got Eddie Jones back at the helm now, which is unreal because he did a great job with England. The One-Day International Cricket World Cup starts in October. That's in India. India will be red-hot favourites.
Yeah, about India.
Hopefully they produce something more than what they've done with their wickets so far in the tests. And just to throw another cup in there, the Melbourne Cup, which is run on the first Tuesday in November every year. Not to mention all your usual yearly events, the Masters, the Open, Roland Garros, Wimbledon, and of course the mecca of sport in Australia. I don't care what anyone says. 3 games of state v state, mate v mate. A jersey that means so much to one set of players versus a jersey that doesn't quite mean as much. State of origin, get that India. How's that fucking lineup?
Fucking oath. What a year of just dead set couch surfing. Like, that will just be unreal to just get stuck into with the old eyes. Wow.
Yeah,
that keen.
It's and look, we're not going to go into any of that because it's all coming up.
No, that's right. We'll get to shit as it comes.
I just wanted you to fucking realise what is happening.
Oh, mate, I'm
that doesn't
pumped.
Get Reggie's blood pumping. Then
I'm pumped. Oh, wait, before we move on with, I know we're in the sports segment, but there's one thing in my head right now that I saw on the way here that just cemented that there is still a few young Reggies out there.
Yeah,
I was stopping in to get this Vicks and deep heat, right, and strap and tape at the Calliope fucking IGA, and walking past me was probably a year 10 kid in the high school uniform, drawing back the humble, elegant, analog dart. So he had the fucking analog cigarette. Now you don't see that much these days. It's normally the digital.
Yeah, it's normally the vape, isn't it?
The vape, the digital dart.
He had an old analog.
Yeah, he was fucking drawing back the old analog. He had a mid-rat, middle of the head, and a real bright future. And I just thought, you know, there's one. There's a Reggie. If it was me son, I'd kick his ass, but it's not. So at least you can see, righto, he's gonna have a bit on. But he's going to be that bloke who keeps the Reggie alive. You know what I mean?
At least we know there's some out there.
Oh, there's some out there.
There's still hope.
No, there's some out there under 40.
That's right. But anyway, I just needed to touch on that. I know we're in the sports segment, but I just need to touch on that.
No, that's fucking gold.
So they're still sniffing around out there.
Oh, but how good's that? You reckon we should start maybe referring to Reggies as analogs?
Yeah, that's right. Analog, anything analog. If you you got paper groper, we got the phone. You're running the analog notes.
Yeah,
we're on the digital notes.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I do love the.
You do love a good analog.
Hey, let's get into the footy, eh?
Yeah, sounds good. Let's get into the footy.
We are. What are we? 8 sleeps away.
Yep.
8 sleeps from round 1, 2023.
Thursday, 2nd of March. I'm not even counting.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm pumped.
Fuck yeah. Now, we're going to look at a few things here, but what do you want to start with, boys?
Well, I think, both of you ring burners go for fucking the Brizzy Fish, the Brisbane Broncos.
Mighty Bronx.
That's right.
And I go for the Panthers. So I think we can go through, a bit of gains and losses, how the club's looking, and then we'll cover a couple of clubs that we think have turned it around well, and just cover a brief bit of NRL before next week.
Love it.
Because I think next week's episode is the fucking day of the first game, which we'll dive into our ladder predictions and shit.
Yep.
But we'll just cover a bit of that today. So do you boys want to start with the fucking Bronx?
Yeah, I'll start with the Bronx. So just a little ins and outs, if you don't know. So we've had Jock Madden come in from the Tigers, Marty Tapau Reece Walsh and Jesse Arthur's returning from his loan stint, I think. But a few outs. Tessie New, Tamari Martin, TC Rabati. I think we've definitely gained more than we've lost.
Wasn't a lot either side, was there? Like, Reece Walsh is a
Reece
fucking
Walsh
great
is a
one.
good one.
Yeah, but Tamari Martin was pretty fucking handy last year as well. But yeah,
I don't know about. I hope Big Marty Zapau, or whatever they're calling him at the moment these days. I hope he's a good one, but I feel like we've just bought him 5 years too late.
Oh yeah, he's at the back of his
It's
career
like
too.
Aaron Woods just fucking still rolling.
Yeah, big Woodsy.
But he has got. He's different though. He's massive.
Yeah. No, mate, I reckon Tapau could be a good thing for you if you don't rely on him as a major player.
Yeah, he's not going
If
to.
he comes in off the bench for impact at the end of halves and only have to get a good
Definitely.
15 minutes of fucking fury out, I reckon used well.
Let
He'll be good.
Flagler and Payne Arse take Sting out of the game. Throw him in.
That cunt could bench press a car. Have you seen him? Fucking hell. He's a weapon, man. I'm pretty sure he held some records in the gym and that at Manly a while ago.
Yep.
Like, he's an absolute beast.
Yeah.
I've got a player to watch as well. I don't know if he will get a run, but I think the hooker position of Broncos isn't solidified at the moment. We've got Billy Walters, who will probably start, but I rate Corey Pakes pretty high too. Player to watch, Blake Moser, young lad. He's played under 18s Queensland, I think.
Yep.
He's come to the ranks. I think he played some preseason as well, and he is looking good. I reckon if we can put him through even around Origin time or something, give him a run.
Yep.
I definitely think that's a player we need to hold on to, and he's one to watch for the future.
Nice. So he's happy overall, boys? Like he's sort of like...
I think, I'm happy.
I reckon, yeah.
Yep.
I think as disappointing as the back end of last year was, if you had said to any Broncos fan at the beginning of the 2022 season, if you said, hey, you're just going to miss out on the 8,
It was
I
just
feel
the
like
way
they
that we
would have
missed
been
the
happy.
8.
Yeah.
But it was just the way that it happened and the news story. I don't know if you've seen that video. Channel 9 had a news story in mid-July, and the fucking, what do you call the bloke at the front of the news? The journo.
Oh,
The
yeah.
anchor.
The anchor. He goes, clear your calendars for September, Broncos fans. That's how he started the
I
fucking
remember
thing.
that. Just
And it
jinxed
was
us.
like,
Oh.
lost the next 6 games.
Yeah, he's had a rough drop there.
Well, we were fourth place at one point, and I was like,
that's when he said it.
Exactly. That was where the hope kicked in.
Just shat all over his.
Fuck yeah.
How about Manly? They mustn't, the board of directors mustn't have been around a few years ago.
Seabold.
Yeah. But anyway,
Well, they've
best of luck
taken
to
out the
him.
pre-season
Yeah.
He did a good job
challenge,
at the Rabbitohs, so who knows?
Yeah, he just got. Oh, geez, he didn't get fucked at Brisbane.
Yeah, that was
Holy,
not
a
pretty
proper
to watch.
saga.
Yeah.
It was like a fucking movie.
It
That
was.
thing. Oh.
Yeah, that was drama.
Anyway, hey, good luck to him.
But yeah, that's right.
Except I don't like Manly.
Yeah.
No, does
No,
anyone
right.
know?
Yeah, only Manly fans, really.
Yeah.
I think the hatred started when it was like Glenn Stewart and Brett Stewart and that playing back in when I was younger.
The hatred for you, but people have
Yeah.
been hating him for decades.
Oh, exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
that is fun to hate. You know, they got fuck all grounds and shit. That is shit. But anyway, I'll get on to the Panthers. So, gains this year, we got Luke Garner, Tyrone Peachy, Zach Hosking, and Jack Cogger. And losses, we have Appy Coruscant, Charlie Staines, Isaiah Katoa, Robert Jennings, Sean Sullivan, Jermaine Hopgood, Viliami Kickow, Christian Crichton, and Kurt Falls.
Now, off that list that you just reeled off, Garner, Hopgood, big losses.
Garner is coming.
He's coming. Okay.
Luke Garner is coming. Biggest losses, man. Appy Coruscant for me is
Yeah, that's a
huge.
huge one.
He's a huge loss for me. Kickout is a big loss as well, but there's a lot of good second rowers.
Yeah,
Like he's like probably the best one in the world, but there's fucking a lot of good second rowers.
Hosking is handy.
Also, Crichton leaving next year. I just think that this is literally what happens when you build a gun side from your juniors.
Yeah.
Like, as in, you build them up, you make them into great players. You can't afford to keep them all.
Nah.
And you got to make decisions on who you can build other people around. And I'm actually excited as a Penrith fan after kicking ass for 2 years to see how the club handles the next couple of years, bringing these young fellas in if they've made the right calls. Like, I'm actually excited about it.
Yeah. Well, if they obviously the process that they've worked worked with in the last 4 or 5 years. Has
Yeah.
been
Well, look
perfect.
at Isaac Tago,
Yeah, exactly.
Tyrone May coming through.
Yeah.
Just fit in seamlessly last year. Tyrone May just did his ACL in the trial, so he's gone for the year, which is fucked. But I'm keen to see how they handle the next couple of years. Like I said, I think Appy is our biggest loss for sure. Mitch Kenny does a good job in the middle. I feel like he fucking plugs a hole really well and he's solid, but he's just not that elusive fucking weapon that Coruscant is.
Yeah.
Like he's next level.
Yeah. I think what Penrith have done well recently too is when you have lost players, you bring in younger talent that just fit in well. Who was the centre you lost? And I think Tyrone May or Tago replaced.
Yeah, Tago. Who fucking was it? I don't know.
There's
I
someone.
can't think of it now.
Well, yes, we're winning games during that Origin period.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
They've got a great base there. But
Gould. That was all Gould.
oh, that's right.
I hate to
And
admit,
that's-
but
which-
it was.
which
no,
I'll
but
be-
it's fun to admit because it's Tom's team.
Yeah.
That's true.
which
Yeah.
I'll be getting to soon. But one thing that I'd be doing if I was Penrith, so Luke Garner's probably going to come in and play second row.
Yep.
And I have a feeling they're going to put him on the left edge, but I reckon that's a mistake, and they should put Liam Martin there. The reason I say that is Viliami Kikau was on the left-hand side, and he used to attract flies like a motherfucker. Like, as in, even if he was running a decoy, he had cunts. He needed like 2 or 3 blokes on him at a time. So him running that decoy line made people stay in, which created space out wide. Luke Garner isn't going to do that. Where I feel like Liam Martin is, you need your most fucking, explosive, dangerous second rower to take the flies off people to make room. So that's the only thing I'd be doing there, but it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah.
So,
And even if you aren't as good as you were, you've still walked out of it with 3 grand final appearances and 2 premierships.
2 premierships, bro. Like, that's
Back to
pretty
back as well. Like,
fucking oath.
Yeah, I'd be
It's hard
happy
to
with that
do.
stint.
Doesn't
Oh,
happen
fucking
too often
oath.
in the.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
But one thing I wanted to say, like, they're our 2 teams. We're not going to go through every team because we'd be here for fucking 16 hours.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go through a couple of teams that impressed me the most, signings-wise, and turning their club around in a positive way. And that's the Dogs and the Tigers. And there's a common denominator at both these clubs, and that's an old head up top with experience calling the shots.
Yeah.
You got Gus Gould at the Bulldogs, and you got Tim Sheens at the Tigers.
I think Tim
Cunts.
Sheens, the Tigers, is going to do well.
Mate, cunts that have been there and done it, and they've just seen shit. And also, I think it just helps having that name there to try and sign people. Like, they go, right, Gus Gould's leading the show. We got this player coming, just to get people to the
Exactly.
club. But so, like, the Dogs, we'll go through them first, because in my opinion, they have done the best over the last fucking
Recruitment?
year recruitment.
Yeah.
Like, 100%. The gains they have, Reed Marnie, Hayes Perham, Viliami Kikau, Ryan Sutton, Andrew Davey, Franklin Pele, Jacob Preston, Josh Reynolds, the Grub, and Carl Olawapu. No, the Grub, that's his name.
How many times has he gone back there now?
I think it's a brilliant move from him just to have a mentor and
Yeah.
getting that the Dogs mentality.
He
there,
can
you know?
lead. He's always been a good lead. I'll give him
And
that.
losses, how's this for taking out the garbage in the most respectful way possible? Brent Naden, Matt Duffy, Jeremy Marshall-King, Jack Hetherington, Paul Vaughan, Joe Stimpson, Aaron Shop, Matt Dorey, Corey Allen, Brendan Wakeham, Ava, long last name, Josh Cork, Reese Hoffman, Tui Pilotu, Katoa, and Josh Jackson. Like, decent footy players there, all way better than I would ever be. But I mean,
But
like,
you chose that.
yeah, that I chose it. But like, as far as like the people who they brought in goes, that is fucking well
I
done.
think
Yeah.
the only
Oh.
big loss in that list is probably Josh Jackson.
Yeah, who retired. And I
Exactly,
think
yeah.
Brent Naden can make a good A-grade centre too, or a winger. I think he's pretty good. But
Yeah.
that's fucking what a turnaround that is, like
Yeah,
roster
huge,
wise.
eh?
100%.
It's just
Huge.
fucking. It's pretty cool.
Especially after their year, like last year.
Yeah.
What was it? Halfway, not even halfway through the year, it just looked so bad for him.
Oh, how
what
chuffed
was
would
going
Matty
on.
Burton be?
Yeah.
Like he
Fuck
went
yeah,
there just
yeah.
with nothing,
Yeah.
and then Gus comes, and all of a sudden Seraldo's there.
Yeah.
You know, and then boom, here we
He's
go.
flourishing.
Yeah,
as a
but they had
5'8"
all
as well.
those issues with Barrett and that.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
just another saga.
Yeah, that's right. Just because a bloke's good looking doesn't mean he can coach, right? But yeah, he's not a Reggie, is he?
No.
Oh, Barry's
Barrett-
too good looking.
You wouldn't have thought so. Although he played in that Reggie era.
He did. He probably has a bit in him.
never
But
know.
what a turnaround. But one more here. The Tigers. So the gains here, we got Isaiah Papali'i, Appy Coruscant, Charlie Staines, Johnny Bateman,
Big Johnny.
Tristan Riley, Will Smith, David Clemmer, Brandon Wakeham, David Nofaluma, comebacks from a loan.
That's, yeah.
And losses, Luciano Leilua, Luke Garner, Tyrone Peachy, Kelma Tuilagi, Jacob Little, Zane Musgrove, Jock Madden, James Tarmow, Oliver Gildart, Jackson Hastings, and William Kay. So another thing where I reckon there's some pretty good decisions there.
Yeah. Yep. Those losses. I don't know.
Leilua's been going right.
Where'd Hastings go?
He went to the Knights. He's their 7.
Yep.
So
That's a good pickup
yeah,
for Newcastle.
yeah.
as
Good
well.
for them.
I think it is too.
Yeah. I
think
don't know. That's a hard
Tigers-
one. Garner leaving too. Like,
Mate, but see, Garner, like you got Papali'i and Bateman as your second rowers.
Yeah, there's a
You got David Clemmer up front. You got fucking Joe Offahengawi, who had a ripper season last year. Yeah, man. Appy Coruscant in the middle. Like, I reckon
that'll be huge.
the biggest fucking position at the moment in the NRL that is sought after is a 9. Like,
definitely.
it just seems, yeah.
But
But
forward pack is on paper right now. I think is one of the best.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they'll both make the top 8, but they have the potential there and the squad now to build something.
I don't think
decent.
Tigers will make the 8 just because they're Tigers. They're just notorious for ninth
Yeah,
place.
love a good 9.
Bulldogs are probably a better chance, I'd say. But
How they did that documentary on them.
Oh, wow! What a fucking doco. Who made that call? Which team should we do a documentary on? Oh, well, how about the Tigers? Yeah, okay. Like there wasn't really much thought in that, was it?
Well, maybe
Maybe they're the only side that went, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I just reckon they might have pulled the trigger a bit early, thinking, hey, they're going to come back here. This will be a perfect time. And then,
Imagine,
they got this brand new facility and shit as well.
yeah.
imagine halfway through the producers going, this is fucking shit.
What have we done here?
How much money have we burned? Fuck. Too much.
How much are we making back? Not enough.
How well, you win some, you lose.
Someone's getting reamed for this.
I say there will not be any more tales of Tiger Town.
Hey, but there would have been plenty of Tigers fans that fucking loved it.
Do you know what they should have made? They should have went, fuck, we're not winning any. Let's get some real tales of Tiger Town. Went to the fucking pub and heard some tales from fucking Tiger Town. That's what they should have done. Just got the Reggies in the shed saying,
Out
right,
in Campbelltown.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But, yeah, anyway, that's a few teams there. Bit of fucking few ins and outs. What's, what we think about it. Like we said, I think next week will be an exciting week to talk footy, being the first fucking round. But I think before we move on, what do you reckon? Like, should we go best buys and like worst buys? Do we think like just one good buy and a shit buy?
Yeah, rip in.
Sounds good.
I haven't got any, but yeah.
Have you got any, Jace?
I do. I don't. Worst buy was hard, but
I've got a
Roast them. Fuck them.
yeah. Anyway, best I had a couple. I'm saying Johnny Bateman to the Tigers, like we just said before, Big Johnny, and the Cheese to Roosters.
Oh,
And I think, just quickly, Roosters going to have, not that they were ever bad, but they'll have a big bounce back season, and I think they're going to do very well this
the
year.
Roosters, yeah.
If they can keep, not as many injuries and shit,
yeah.
keep a healthy squad, I think the Cheese in the middle is going to do some damage for sure.
Can't disagree with you.
Is he going to play fucking... Where's he
Yeah.
going to play?
Lost, they just lost
Where's he
Sam
gonna play?
Verrills. So he'll just slot in straight for where Verrills.
Yeah, he'll play 9.
Yeah.
He might have.
He'll play 9.
Connor Watson was on the bench, and I was going to say he'd probably slip in Cheese to go to lock or something, but Cheese is 9.
Yeah,
righto.
I'd have him on.
I would have him there too, but I just don't know.
Yeah, that's a fucking good shout. My two are literally my best buys are Reed Marnie and Appy Coruscant. Like I said, I reckon the hooker seems to be the position at the moment where
Yeah,
a top
there's
class
three
one
hookers.
is hard to find. Like you look at the Broncos. I know Billy Walters and fucking who was the bloke? Corey Pakes.
Yeah.
They do a job, and so do a lot of other hookers. But like an out and out fucking gun at hooker is just it seems to
I
be
think that's the only
yeah.
missing piece of the Broncos team right now. You chuck
Yeah.
a good number 9 in there, quality. we could easily be a top 4 team. It's not like that's the reason we didn't make the top 4 last year, but fuck, I think a number 9 could do wonders in our team.
Yeah, that's right.
And they don't have, it doesn't have to be a certain like mold of 9 either. There's
Exactly.
different 9s.
Yeah.
Like you look at Cook, and then you look at someone who's retired now, but you look at Smith and Cook, they're completely different 9s, but
different
they
players.
just owned their fucking
Exactly,
position.
yeah.
100%. Right, before we move on, I've got a worst buy. Now, don't get me wrong when I say worst buy. I love this cunt. Jack Hetherington. He's off to the Knights, I believe. This bloke is a dead set Reggie, and I love his aggression. Like, he is like Jared Warrior-Hargraves on meth. Dead set, man. He used to play for Penrith, and I noticed him come on, and he would just take heads off. Like, as in, sent every game. I'm pretty sure he's got a double sent for 10 once. Fucking suspended constantly. Literally clotheslined this cunt once and nearly beheaded him. And when he left the club, I was like, thank fuck, because he come on and you're waiting for a penalty. Now I love watching him play because I'm like, love his aggression, not giving the Panthers a penalty.
Exactly.
But I just think he's got too much shit in him for an NRL side.
Yeah.
Like, as in, local league, you'd rock up to watch him. You know what I mean?
know.
Entertaining as fuck.
Yep.
And a Reggie. But for me, that's a pretty bad buy for the Newcastle Knights. I just... And in a clutch moment at the end of the game, big Jacko steaming out the ears from marker. You get a little half step inside him, off with his head.
Yep.
So that's my worst buy of the year.
Score's locked up. They're 20 out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. For fuck's sake, Jack. So anyway.
I hope he proves us wrong because,
Oi.
like you said, he is a fucking Reggie.
Dead set. And I love watching him. I'm just saying, it's like, that's
Yeah, it's a shit buy. Let's be
shit
honest.
buy. Anyway, that's footy, I think. That's footy.
good. Oh, I love that.
Grapes, sling us another one, thanks.
Hey, I'll get you one of those. You've got me at a bad time here.
But what do you think the next one, Groves? A bit of cricket, mate. You've been doing your research here. You're you're probably the cricket head.
Yeah, do we have to?
We
So
should.
Yeah, bad time.
I done up a bit of a run sheet a few weeks ago.
Yep.
Before the first test, and I went back into it recently, and it said cricket score probably 2-0 India.
Yes.
And then I raised that and wrote 2-0 India.
Yeah.
Just batting collapses in both fucking test matches. The bowlers have done their bit, I reckon.
Yeah.
The first test, we got slapped around a bit for 400, you know.
Toddy did his job, but
How's Goggles?
That's right.
how was our
He
call?
did.
Oh, he probably won't get a run.
Yeah.
Comes out and I don't think anyone thought he was going to get a run.
No,
He's come out
I
and
thought he was
proved
just
it.
going for the tour.
So did I.
But yeah, he went out and took 7. That was good. Remember, I messaged you when we had him 7 for 140 in the second test. I'm talking. We've gone and put 260 odd on, which was great effort.
Yeah.
And then we had him 7 for 140, and I said we need to roll them here for 150 and take a big lead in.
Yeah.
And then that fucking Ravi Ashwin and Akshar Patel again. They've got the blueprint on how to bat there. They just plonk their fucking front pad and get forward every time on a pitch that's bouncing.
Yeah, I was going to
6
say
inches
there's
off
no
the
extra
ground.
bounce going near him.
Get on the front pad, big stride, and just like, it was turning a little bit, but
Mate,
Gary bases his game off bounce as
Marnus's
well,
attitude, I know he's one of the best batsmen in the world, but he's going back to very full balls, and his idea, I think, is to give himself as much time as possible to play it really late. But Akshar Patel's batting at 9 for fucking India, and he's
Getting 50s.
He got 80 and then 70.
that should be illegal.
So, I don't know.
I just fucking game 2 in the test match. I was just fucking pumped when Gaza was just taking wickets, and I was like,
Fucking
"Yes,
oath, man.
cunt, let's go."
7 for 140, and we let him get another 120.
Man,
That's
it was
what
just
killed us.
deflating, eh? I changed it over to the fucking trial games at that point. I was like, for fuck's sake, these two are in.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah. But
Well,
anyway.
we went to bed Saturday night. I was like, fuck yeah. we're a good chance here. And then we're on the golf course Sunday and we're like, oh, fuck, let's check the cricket score.
Oh.
And we're like, wouldn't mind a nice 2 for 120 or something.
Yeah.
We're all out for 113 or whatever.
I had a
Oh, it was
notification off me Cricket
fucked.
Australia app that said Australia fucking capitulates or something.
Actually,
And it's just like,
Jace, you were slicing them to India that day.
Oh, yeah. I feel my drives went all the way.
You hit Ravi in the head.
Jace was. Imagine like you got your flag, and that's 180 in front of you, and then you got 90, like straight out to the side. Jace was hitting them like at least 45 degrees to the right.
I'll tell you
What
what,
am I
your
slicing?
kit you had on and how you shaped up for a shot. I went, this cunt's going 250 down the guts. And then you have just fucking sliced it to India.
Yeah, that was probably one of the worst I've ever played too.
That's
just
all
to
right,
make myself feel a bit
Hey, but
better.
you shot 40.
Yeah. Shout out to Ambrose.
Yeah, exactly.
But nah, that's fucking, I don't know. What do we got? How many left, Groper?
There's 2 test matches to go.
Yeah, right.
So we've lost the Border Gavaskar Trophy because they beat us in Australia.
They retain it,
which
yeah.
still hurts.
Oh,
so even
that's-
if we 2-2, they retain it.
What's that? 3
mate,
series in a row. They retained it.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
It'd still keep your pride a bit, though, if we drew.
Yeah,
Like, as
yeah,
in-
of course.
So
but
we've still got a bit.
Exactly.
yeah, it'd be a remarkable turnaround.
Yeah, that's
Fucking,
right.
it'd be unbelievable. Because now, like, people like us and way higher positions than us in the media and that, they're ripping right into them. Which I usually try and go away from trying to go game for game and go judging game for game. Like, we did pump everyone we played at home. But
As everyone
we
does at
played a West Indies side that have been terrible for a decade.
Yeah.
And we played probably the weakest South African touring side to come in 2 decades.
Yeah.
So
Easily.
to me, they looked great. And yes, everyone made hundreds and took wickets and it looked good. But now, over there, when we've got to dig in and fucking fight, we're just not.
It's the only team that's troubled us on our own turf.
Have been India.
Exactly. Since like the last time England beat us in 2010, 11
Yeah.
Ashes, has been India. And one of them was when we had no Smudge and no Warner, the whole ball tampering saga.
Yeah.
And then the other one was...
We had 'em and they just
we
beat
shut
us.
the bed.
They were just better than
Richard
us.
Punt came out in the Gabba and just fucking slogged it around.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know. It'll be a great turnaround. It just sucks that we're there now and we're getting all these demons in our heads and then we've got to go and play England in England
Yeah, it's not
come
going to give
June.
much
Like
confidence.
it's going to be hard.
But in saying that, the last Ashes series, there wasn't much confidence either.
No.
But
We
is the wicket in England though more Australian style or more Indian style?
It definitely bounces way more.
So that would
So
play into
it's
our
just
hand a lot
it's
more.
the overhead conditions in England that fucks us.
Yeah,
Because
right.
it
Just
swings around and hoops everywhere.
because it's just never sunny. Just sad.
And you
pale
got Jimmy
fucks.
Anderson and Stuart Broad, who are, hate to say it, but they are 2 of the best exponents.
They
of
will just
their-
be pounding
Yeah, they're
DP'd
the
into their
best.
joints
Jimmy-
to get themselves going. These
Surely
old
this
cunts.
has got to be Jimmy's last series.
Fuck's
But
sake.
you know what the funny
It
thing
just
is?
won't be, but...
I said it in 2019. I was like, Jimmy will retire after the Ashes this year. It's fucking 4 years later, and he's going to play again.
He's gone in and ripped in New Zealand as well.
Yeah, I know.
I know
This
what
cunt
it
just
is.
won't
It's
stop.
fucking. They don't get touched by the sun. The sun fucks everything. Honestly, put something in the sun for fucking a year and it'll be raped. They do not get touched
Exactly.
by the sun over there, so they fucking don't age. That's what happens. Just fucking covered in a layer of smog.
Wait, I'm going to stick with cricket, but it's going to be a lot more positive.
Okay, that's good.
Yes, we'll like to hear.
World Cup, Women's T20 World Cup in South Africa.
Yeah, righto.
Australia are in the semis. Now I should know this, but I think we're playing India, which
True. Oh well, hopefully we get a win over them somewhere.
yeah,
I
exactly.
think we're playing India. Alyssa Healy just making runs for fun as
Yep.
usual, averaging 73 in the tournament. In
She's
the
with
T20
she's with
tournament.
Starkey, and she.
She's with
is.
Starkey. Yep.
Nice. What a combo
And
there.
Ash
Oh, yeah.
Gardner, 5 for 12 in the first game. If you don't mind,
Fucking
thank you.
hell.
Oh, digging out a few runs.
And she's
The wickets
also
on
she's also made a couple of handy little contributions
That's good.
down there.
On your gun.
Now they would have to be just on face value, if you looked at every sporting team, you didn't look at anything else, they'd have to be one of our greatest ever sporting teams because they just dominate
Absolutely.
every fucking time.
That's the women's team.
Yeah.
Cricket. Yep.
So if that's what I'm saying. Look at it, nothing else other than wins, losses. They have got to be up there because they just fucking
In
dominate
general, we're one of the
Up there
most
with Foster.
dominant. Oh, yeah, for sure.
They got to be. They've got to be
In general,
considered as one of our greatest.
We're
ever
just like
sporting
our
teams.
women's sporting teams just kill it.
I've got to
Yeah.
admit, I still don't watch women's cricket fuck all, but I appreciate that they're getting so much better to watch.
Yeah.
Same as women's rugby league.
That's right,
Same
yeah.
as all women's stuff,
Yeah.
and it's good for future girls,
It's
like
expanding as well,
and kids
yeah.
and stuff like that. That they've got an opportunity to do that
To
when
watch
they get
them.
older.
Just
Fucking
to
oath.
watch them.
Fucking
you
oath.
know?
So it is good.
Exactly.
And like I said, there was a fair few years ago, I fucking couldn't watch women's sport, but I've got to admit now it's actually good to watch.
So I can definitely watch cricket and league, but fuck me, it's hard to watch that AFLW. They're just like
Yeah, I couldn't even
you've
tell
got
you
to
what it's like.
you've got to admit the AFL game involves a lot more skill than a game of rugby league. So
Yeah,
it's just I don't know. They just can't kick it as far, and I don't
Well,
know. If
even
I don't
the-
know if that makes it
It's a tough
harder.
watch.
Like it's just so hard to watch. Some of the scores are like
people are going to
15 to 12. or
Even the
something,
top
you know?
grade AFL though, they're squabbling over the ball on the ground and
Yeah,
fucking
but
kicking
if
it
you
and
actually
fucking around.
knew what was going on, you'd love that.
Yeah.
But
There's-
it's fucking hard
I
to
know,
watch that
yeah.
women's.
Yeah,
Anyway, hopefully gets better.
yeah, for sure. I'm sure it will, man. Like, who knows? If it doesn't get better, I'm sure they will adapt field sizes and shit like that maybe to
Yeah.
make it better. If it doesn't ever get entertaining and they can't ever get over 10-4 as a score, you know, they probably will make adjustments to fucking alter the game a bit.
Yep. I agree. But like we were saying a while back with the NRL, because they don't have like the perfect technique like the blokes do, it's just good watching them just fucking run into each other.
The NRLW is like blokes footy 20 years ago. They just fucking steam into each other like they're blind.
There's a little bit of structure, but it's mostly just trucking it up.
Fucking trucking nut. Just it's unreal. One out running straight. Like fucking unreal.
It's good, eh?
Some
It's
of those big
entertaining.
girls are built like apples on stilts and they just fucking roll bitches. It's unreal, mate. Hard to stop from 10 out and I love it. It's fucking good.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah, no, it's good,
Oh,
man.
fuck.
It's starting to become entertaining. It's fucking really good. Hey, to wrap the fucking sports segment up, squeeze of the week, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Squeeze of the week.
Brought to you by none other than the Standard Squeeze, the ultimate fucking Reggie's kit. How good is this thing, boys?
It's fucking awesome.
Bit of a
isn't it?
wrap up on it. So pretty much, if you don't know about the Standard Squeeze or you haven't heard of it, it's pretty much a 2-stroke bottle. Now, when you're mixing your 2-stroke whippery or your chainsaw or something, and you got your little bottle of oil and you squeeze it to how much oil you got to tip in, these legends have thought, why don't we do that for piss? So they've fucking created the same thing, the right grade so it doesn't, like, you know, deteriorate and shit like that. It's made for consumption. And it's just 2-stroke and Coke, baby.
Fucking oath.
That's what it is.
It's unreal, isn't it?
It's a great invention, honestly.
good.
How
we-
someone hasn't thought of it earlier?
Exactly.
Beyond me.
It's one of those things that happens and you go, why the fuck did someone not think about it? Like you said, Jason.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
You know?
great for Ash, though. Good on him.
Fucking,
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, and thank him so much for supporting the show.
First sponsor of the show, Standard
Yeah.
Squeeze. So good on you, brother. But hey, these things, so it eliminates glass, the need for glass and stuff like that. If you're traveling, if you're going camping, you're packing light, you can chuck it in. Every Reggie should have one in his fucking bag going to the game for afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
You know, camping, chuck it in the gunnel of your boat. There's heaps of fucking ways. So
Yeah, I love it.
shout out to these guys. But they are bringing you Squeeze of the Week. So pretty much we look at a squeeze in sport for the week. Someone who's just had a fucking shit themselves or done something stupid.
Squeezer is, he's had a shocker.
Yeah, squeeze is a bit of a come on, brass. What are you
Like,
doing sort of thing.
just to give an example, if we were running this episode 3 weeks ago, Michael Clark would have won this
Oh,
award.
yeah.
100% he would have. Yeah, him and his hammy.
But hey, he's old news.
That's right. What do we got this week? Groper, I think you got one that you're pretty
Yeah.
passionate about this week.
I am. Now, we're going to go back to the cricket, and I'm going to talk about Patrick Cummins.
Yep.
PC.
Big
Now,
blue.
before I get into this has got nothing to do with him flying back to Australia because it's a family emergency, and hey, we've all got to do that. This has got absolutely nothing to do with that. Fucking disclaimer.
Yeah.
Settle the fuck down.
I thought about giving it to the Indian curators,
Yeah, that was a good
I
step.
thought-
It's a good one.
but I went, hey, both sides have got to play on this wicket, and they can only deal with the weather conditions that they're fucking dealt with, right? Paddy Cummins is a soft little private school princess that got Justin Langer sacked because JL was too intense, i.e. too mean. Now, AB goes on to Fox Cricket the other night and said, look, Australia need to play hard-nosed cricket. We need to play tough but fair, which is how we've always done it. And obviously for fucking decades, it was successful, right? Paddy comes out and goes, oh, I don't really buy that. He goes, we've won 10 games playing the way we play, and now that we've lost 1 or 2, we need to change the way we play. Nah, I don't buy it. Now, don't get me wrong, Paddy's a great cricketer.
Yeah.
He is, I love him as a fast bowler because he's so skillful. He thinks about the game so much, and he's just unbelievable in his craft.
Sure.
But he's just not what I look at as an Australian captain. When I think Aussie captain, I think Alan Border, Steve Waugh, Ricky Ponting. I've left out Mark Taylor, but you know, those sort of blokes. Someone who'll just fucking hate themselves for losing a test match while they were playing for Australia. That was, JL wasn't a skipper, but he was our head coach. That was
era,
him.
Yeah.
That was him.
yeah.
He would have fucking died for the baggy green, mate.
100%.
Yeah.
And we just don't have any of those at the moment.
No.
And it starts at the
A
top.
few of them come out on that documentary and said, oh, you know, JL, you could take them the wrong way. It's a bit hard. Like,
Mate, look at
you
all
can't
those
take a fucking spray.
Look at all those
Fuck
boys
me.
in that team of the fucking century, like pretty much. Like back in the day where you had Warren, fucking, you know, Gillespie, McGrath,
Haydos.
Haydos, Langer, Gilly, like fucking Roy.
Yeah.
That is
like
definitely
obviously
our greatest
Punter,
Australia team. of all
Punter,
time,
like
I'd say.
Gilly, yeah, like all those boys to me are what I loved about the fucking baggy green. Like,
Yeah,
as in they
exactly.
symbolise it for me. And honestly, I name one new bloke coming through that is anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's tough, eh?
As
We've
much
got a
as I
lot of
love
talent,
them, as much as I love them, fucking, and the talent they have in playing cricket, you just don't get that vibe that they would just fucking like die for the thing.
Exactly.
Do you reckon it's all come after the ball tampering thing?
I don't.
I think
reckon.
that was a big culture change.
It was because we got done for that, but then everyone tried to blame it on something, and it was, oh, the culture's all about aggressive, fucking, we have to win at all costs. And it's like, that is what we want,
Exactly.
but don't cheat.
But who's like? Can you see Paddy Cummins steaming down after he bounces a bloke and saying, "Get that India cunt"?
Yeah, that's, nah.
You know, you just.
No
I
way.
just want a bit of that. Starkey has a bit of shit in him.
He does.
Starkey
Like
does.
Starkey
Yeah.
will fucking come down and give him a glare.
Yeah.
I just want a bit of that out of Paddy.
But you
like
look
a bit
at-
of like fucking keep it up, cunt.
You
Like,
even look at the cold hero, Scotty Boland. Won't get any of that out of him.
Fucking hell.
No,
Ever.
he's very straight up and down. I
Like-
love Boland, love
But
him.
so
but,
do I.
But like we said, out of our bowlers, Starkey has a bit of shit. He also has a bit of shit in the line and length, but we'll cop that. I'll cop that for an in-swinging Yorker and a stink eye.
Oh,
How good are they?
Oh,
When he gets them right,
that is
so
one of the
fucking
best
good.
balls in world cricket.
First ball of the Ashes. That ball, I'll remember for the rest of my life.
But
You'll
that-
never see someone bowled around their legs by
it was
someone
fucking
bowling
unreal.
150 clicks like that, eh?
But I just want a bloke to come through with a mullet and a bit of cunt in him. That's all I want. You know what I mean? Steaming down.
Surely
You might
big
have-
Lance Morris has
That's
got
what,
it.
yeah.
Surely. He bowls that
he's-
quick. Surely he has to just come down.
Yeah,
and
I feel
give
like
it to
it's synonymous. If you bowl quick, you got to have cunt in you.
him. Yeah,
Really quick, you got to have cunt in you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Paddy,
unlucky, mate. You got the first squeeze.
Squeeze of the week.
We've called out the Australian captain who Bob Hawke labelled the second most important man in the country after the Prime Minister. So
it's not like it's out of love, though.
Yeah.
We're calling him out of love.
Trying to improve him.
Exactly. It's nothing to do, it's nothing to do with not liking the bloke.
Bit of constructive criticism.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Paddy, take a few notes, mate.
Yeah, that's right. Give him a stink eye, Pat.
If you're listening, Pat, buy yourself a standard squeeze bottle.
That's right. And pour a bit of cunt into it.
Oh, fuck.
Right. What are we thinking, boys? Should we move on to a bit of punting?
Absolutely.
Racing is about to kick off for the autumn, boys. So
Let's go.
racing in Australia, we've got Autumn Carnival and Spring Carnival. Autumn, they try and steer towards Sydney. In the past, Sydney's trying to take over everywhere. But Autumn Carnival in Sydney. This weekend we've got 5 Group 1s spread across Sydney and Melbourne.
Stop it.
And in the next 6 weeks, we have 21 Group 1s coming up in Sydney and Melbourne. We've got the Blue Diamond for the 2-year-olds this weekend, the Oakley Plate and the Chipping Norton, just to name a few, just for this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And in the next few weeks, we've got the Newmarket, the $5 million All-Star Mile, which is cool.
Yep.
The Doncaster, the TJ Smith Nature Strip's going to be trying, who's very disappointing on the weekend, might I add.
had money on that.
He'll be trying to go for his 4th TJ and an Australian Derby. So
Music to Reggie's ears.
huge autumn of punting coming up.
Mate, after that sports rundown, after that punting rundown, we are just in our element this year.
Oh,
Fucking oath.
and like you couldn't have fucking nailed a better sort of time frame to start this.
It's like,
Yeah.
It's like we thought about it heaps.
it's almost like we were like, hey, there's heaps of sport and punting this year. Let's talk about it. Beautiful. I'm fucking pumped, boys. Really, I really
Me
am.
too.
I've got a quick story about a Reggie jockey, 100%
Unreal.
Reggie jockey. His name's Jim Cassidy. He's
Yep.
retired now. He retired probably 6 or 7 years ago, maybe.
Yep.
But I was listening to a yarn he was telling on another podcast, and it sort of went through his life a bit. And they were talking about his first win. He wrote his first winner at 15, and the bloke who was asking him said, "Oh, how did you celebrate that? How'd you sort of celebrate at 15? You're just a kid." And he goes, "Don't worry, pump snuck out the back for a cold one."
What do you refer to himself as?
So, sorry, I should have said that. His nickname's the Pumper.
Yeah.
Jim Pumper Cassidy.
Yeah.
So it was because they say it's because of his riding
Oh,
style.
yeah, pumping the reins.
He pumped the reins, yeah. So, and he refers to himself in third person for this whole podcast.
You're kidding.
And he just
that's
goes, "Yeah, pump snuck out the back for a cold one. Don't you worry."
Fucking every jockey sounds like they're addicted to helium too. So it'd be hard to sneak in underage as a jockey.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
mate.
Surely they're just hitting you up for ID when you're 35, though.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, come on, mate. Fuck's sake. Yeah.
Nah, this is back fucking 90s. I reckon early 90s.
How good's
too.
that though? That's a great
Oh,
yarn.
it's good.
I'm keen to later on down the track. Obviously, it's us three fucking kicking ass here, but down the track, it'd be cool to get a couple of dead set Reggies on, as in just sit down with a couple of iconic Reggies.
But they've got
Reggie
to.
Young.
They can't be any sort of PC about stories. They are just going to have to go full.
And it's
either
only
the truth or better than the truth.
Yeah, that's right. Heaps of mayo.
No in between.
Yeah, but no, that's a fucking great yarn, mate. But into the punting though, I think for me, I fucking enjoy putting a multi on. The same gamer.
You do. The same gamer on the NRL.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that I find that I only do little ones throughout the year, but I like putting ones on with decent odds. So you only really have to have one come off every couple of rounds to keep you on top. And obviously you don't just gamble fuckloads on it, but
You're usually pretty good at doing a bit of study on it too. It's not just boom, boom, boom.
No, I love taking out on it. So Sam Walker can't tackle my sister. So, all year I'll pretty much be fucking going the second rower on Walker is a good sniff at an anytime try.
I look at the same
You know what I mean? Shit like that. You look at the fucking lineups, you look at other games. So it's something that I really get into, and I feel like it makes the games more entertaining to watch. Like if I'm watching a fucking Warriors versus like last year Bulldogs game or something, and I'm like, this does fuck all for me, I might chuck $5 and pick a few try scorers and go, right, now it's a bit more
It
entertaining.
makes anything entertaining.
You're not having 500 on it.
No, that's right.
Just a little something. Yeah,
So that, I reckon
like
that'll be me this year. Obviously, there's no NRL this weekend, but I might kick off Tommy's multis fucking.
Tommy's
next.
NRL multi of the week is not going to happen this week, but it will be happening.
Yeah, so
Next
I'll get into
episode.
that next episode, I reckon.
Well, we're going to do the all-in. As we have sort of teased last week.
Keen first
Fucking
one.
oath.
We teased the all-in, and we've solidified what we're going to do. We're starting with $500.
Yep,
And what
500.
we're going to do is we're going to slap the lot every week, and for 10 weeks. We've capped it at 10.
Yeah.
Because if we keep going,
You're going to lose eventually.
you're going to lose it. You don't just go, we'll do it till we lose. What's the point of that?
No, that's right.
So we're going to go
We'll
10
become
weeks.
billionaires.
We're starting with 500, and the lot goes every week. Now,
Yep.
the idea of this is you pick something that you think has to. My theory on it is I'm going to pick a horse that I think's going to win,
Yep.
and I'm going to back it to place.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if one or two are better than it on the day, that's fine, as long as it's placed.
And that's right. And it's not we don't have to go horses, eh?
No, that's
'Cause
right.
It's one of those things that me, being the very regional punter, I don't study the guides and shit. So it's, for me, sometimes I'd be better off backing a footy team, I think, that I'm very confident in rather than a horse. But you get the picture.
Yeah.
Something that we think's going to win, and that's going to, because we're putting a decent amount of coin on it, that's where you make your money.
That's
high
right.
stakes.
So before everyone just jumps on me about putting 500 on a horse to place that's paying $1.30, if we go start with 500, load the lot every week on something paying $1.30, we're going to end up with about $6,000. So that's the end goal here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not about the fucking 700 return off of 500 this week.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So fuck off.
So I'm going first.
Righto.
I've decided.
Is it, are you nervous?
Nah, fuck no. Wait till you hear this spiel and you'll realise why I'm not fucking nervous.
Yeah, copy.
Righto. We're going to Randwick, race 7 on Saturday, and we're going in secret to place
Okay.
in the surround stakes.
In secret.
In secret to place. Never, ever run worse than second, this horse.
Well, that's a good sniff.
Yeah.
Never run. Runs well on any ground, so it's one on good, soft, heavy.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Does love a bit of sting out of the track, though. So does if it's it's a soft 7 at the moment,
Yep.
just fucking plays into her hands
That's
again.
good. Okay.
Exactly.
She absolutely hammered her older rivals last spring in a Group 1 down the Flemington Straight. That
Yep.
was against, didn't matter. Could
Yep.
have been a 6-year-old horse, gelding,
Yep.
mare, didn't matter. She's a 3-year-old filly,
Okay.
Yeah, right.
right? And she smoked them.
Pumped them.
This weekend, she's against her own age and sex. So 3-year-old fillies race.
Yep.
She's already come back and had a first up run, which she won over 1,200. She now goes to 14. That was 3 weeks ago. I think she'll win the race, which is why this is going on the place.
Yep.
That's my theory. She's
Righto.
going to win the race. She's paying about $1.28 to place at the moment.
Yep.
Yep.
In secret to place, 500 on. Let's go.
Righto. There we go.
Great
There's the
start,
first
I reckon.
fucking all in. I'm with you, bro.
Righto.
Back you to the hills.
Yeah.
That's good.
I will back that research 100%.
Yeah, 100%. That's at least you've put a bit of fucking reading into that, haven't you? That's fucking
Yes,
excellent.
I have. I think that the key thing for me was she's racing against her own age and sex.
Yeah.
3-year-old fillies race, and she proved last spring down the Flemington Straight that she can fucking beat any horse in the
Yeah.
country.
Can do it against anyone.
So
So Reggie's get onto that. Which race? Where? Like, when is
Randwick
it?
race 7, the surround stakes on Saturday.
Righto, guys, get behind that and fucking.
get it.
I think we
Fucking
should
oath.
definitely watch that together somewhere.
We will be
Oh,
watching
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
TAB somewhere.
Just through hands.
Oh,
Yeah, it'll be good.
I won't be nervous at
I'm
all.
keen. Hey, to finish off the fucking punting segment, we got the old boys.
Hey,
So,
we do too.
We mentioned it fucking last episode that we got our dads, the old boys, to fucking to ring in and give their little tip of the week. So it can be anything. Like I think there was a bit of miscommunication this week, wasn't there?
There
with
was
them,
no
like,
fucking miscommunication. They just need to clean their ears out.
But I think some of them are going to roughy, some of them are
Yeah.
just going any bet. But hey, they're just going to put a bet in, and we'll see how they go.
My old boy, for some reason, thought it was a double figure odds situation. So,
Yeah. Anyway.
Bit of value there.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, before we get into it, Jace, wasn't there a fucking yarn sent in about
There
Groper's
is.
old boy that must be
A
shared?
great yarn. So this one was sent in on Instagram by Trev Tickner. I'll read it out to you. R. Keating's Reggie pedigree runs deep with his old man B. Keating, selected in sides purely for his sledging ability, while hanging off the batsman's hip at silly mid and to chime in at the tail end with a solid 15 not out. So he sent in a picture as well, which we'll put up. He says, here's a picture of the young man getting blooded into his craft, running the water and fine leg to fine leg as 12th man, which is Groper. The place where all future Reggies start. Big fella in the grand final with a bunch of blokes who had the form guide in their back pocket while fielding would knock the last of their dart over getting to position after drinks, batted with their sunnies on and always kept a couple of young blokes in the side to chase the leather to the boundary so the old blokes didn't have to.
That's awesome.
A few knuckles thrown at the grand final after party too with other Reggies. Love the first ep, guys. Looking forward to some tips from the old man Keto.
Oh, mate.
There you
Can
go.
you-
So there's a rundown on
Gold.
Big Keating.
Can you
Yeah.
elaborate on the a
That's the
few
old man.
knuckles thrown, Gopher?
Yes. Fuck, he's going to kill me. Nah, so that photo that I reckon you've got,
Yep.
I was about 12 and I would have been a bit older, maybe 13 or 14, and I was playing reserve grade all year, and then on grand final day they didn't pick me because they had like all the older blokes that
Yeah.
were like, yeah, I can play this week. You know? So they didn't pick me, so they felt bad and made me 12th man for A grade. So I was never obviously playing. I just ran water and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, they won that day. And at the at the Mad Monday, Dad has just got stuck in as he normally does. Ended up getting into a big blue with one of the other, not the A graders, one of the B graders. I think, and he's just fucking, she's all over for him. And I think the story goes, he had like this big chain on, not Dad, the other fella.
Yeah.
And it was it was prime because he just held on to the. He reckons it was a fucking good chain because he had the chain and he was just fucking pumping it.
Using it for leverage.
And the chain didn't break.
Shout out to good quality chains.
Yeah. So there's been an A grade versus Reggie battle going on.
Yeah, so not sure what happened there. Obviously, I didn't attend the Mad Monday because I was 14. But yeah, that's a fucking funny story.
That's great. Well, that's a good
So
introduction.
that's a bit of a background on the old man.
to Big Bernie Keating.
Are we going to kick it off with his tip? Or?
Yeah, let's kick it off with the Big Keats. Let's go with him first, eh?
G'day guys, the Reggies executive, Groper, Tommy, Jace. Proper fucking Reggies, eh? Can I say what a privilege to be given this opportunity to provide the listeners, the followers, some winners, possible some fucked up tips in this segment, the old boys. This week's criteria, double-figured odds. That's right up my alley, guys. I've been up a few alleys, let me tell you. Keto's Collectors is debuting this week, and hopefully I can start off like a true Reggie does, providing the mugs with a winner in the first week. Now, when it comes to punting, I'm a true fucking Reggie. Not the best winning strike rate, actually fucking hopeless to tell you the truth, but I turn up every week and I let the bookies flog me race after race. And that's a true Reggie. So here we go, launching Keto's Collectors, and we're going to head to Randwick on Saturday to the prestigious Chipping Norton Stakes. A race far lap won way back in 1930. And the immortal Winks 4 years in a row. The great mare Very Elegant the last 2 years. On Saturday, I'll be pinning our hopes on another mare to move herself to the next level of equine excellence. And in doing so, we'll need to beat the red-hot favourite in Animo. The horse I speak of is the Chris Waller trained Hinged, Second up from a spell, and her second up credentials are sensational. 4 starts for 3 wins and a third. Waller has won this race 10 out of the last 12 years, so the stable knows how to prepare a horse to win the race. Hinch started her career trained by Michael Nolan at Toowoomba, and then was transferred to Waller in 21 after showing great potential. Yep, another chapter where the fucking New South Welshmen have poached another great Queenslander.
Grubs.
To fulfil their dreams of one day being an immortal fucking banana bender. Anyway, the horse doesn't know it's been raped and pillaged by the Blues and is sure to run well on Saturday. Brenton Advella knows his horse very well and will have her up the front lead and hopefully dictating the pace, and when the sprint comes on, we'll have to put a little margin on arrivals. It will be very close in the finish, I think, with horses like Animo and Fangirl flashing late, but this mare is courageous and will dig in for the fight. As for the barrier draw has not been released, I'm hoping the inside will be asserted to us and will aid us an easy lead, reduce the effort and petrol burn getting to the front. Well, that's it, guys. Keto's Collector's inaugural tip on the Reggie's Old Boys segment is the mare Hinged at Randwick this Saturday in the Chipping Norton Stakes, currently 11-1 with the bookies. Catch you next week, hopefully with a pocketful.
Fucking hell. What a spiel.
Holy fuck.
That was
I need to
brilliant.
call the bank, get a loan, so I can put it on that horse.
He just fucking talked me into that.
Holy fuck me, that was good.
I'll tell you what, even if that doesn't come home, Keto's got a yarn on him.
Fucking
How
oh.
good was that? Just the
That's a voice made for horse racing.
oh mate, bit of background info there on everything, giving you the rundown.
Yeah, told us who won the race the last fucking 10 years. That
Well
was,
He won
done,
the race in 1930.
Started hot, man.
man, that was fucking funny.
Well
That-
done, legend.
The was getting fucked by the bookies, or what did he say?
Yeah. Just that's a Reggie. Yeah.
Fucking ho.
That's beautiful. So there's,
great.
I think we'll put these 3 up on the socials, like in the story of the old boys, you know, and just give everyone what they are.
Yep.
So yeah, righto.
Good.
Let's go next.
G'day, Reggies. Pedro here for a pick of the week. Hey, straight up, just want to thank you guys for including me in this segment. It's going to be fun. Love a punt. But so this week, you guys have asked us to do a double figure horse. So I love a beer, I love a punt. I'm only good at one of them, but I'll give it a crack. I've got a Sandown this weekend. Sandown race 7. I got horse 11, party for 2. It's paying $17 and $4.80 a place. And I black booked it started last month, and I had a good win since then and a second. It's a good horse. Get on it, boys. So Sandown race 7, number 11, party for 2. Cheers, boys.
Just quickly, how good is a good black book? Like being able to do that.
He has said it's won and run second since.
Yeah, and paying 17.
Hopefully he got on them too.
Yeah. Bloody oath. No, that's a fucking good shout.
There, that's good.
Fucking oath. Happy to have you there, Pedro. Good stuff,
Bloody
brother.
oath.
Now, the old boy,
I wonder which one he's good at.
well, we'll see.
Yeah.
If this horse wins, he can't drink for shit.
I can say from experience, he can drink.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Fucking oath. Now, with the old boy, I think, like we said, there was miscommunication. So the old boy hasn't gone a double figure horse, but yeah.
That was, I don't know what happened there.
Anyway, we'll get them all going the same thing next week. But
Yeah.
we'll hear from Rocket.
G'day punters, Rockets, Roughies, raring to go. Let's try and make some coinage. This Friday, Sandown race 4 over 1200 metres. I'm going with Rich Fortune, horse number 3, paying $5.50 a win, $2.05 to place. 3-year-old Bay Filly, I think she'll be right on the money. Fit her third up, get on her.
Now the old boy meant Saturday Sandown, but yeah, the rest of it's accurate. So
Saturday, Sandown, race 4.
So there we go. There's 3 for you to fucking kick things off. So we'll chuck them in the story, the old boys segment with the old boys bets, and we'll just keep tabs on them. See how the boys
We'll
go.
be keeping tabs.
Oh, yeah, for
That's
sure.
right. And they'll win fuck all.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, do you know what we should give them? The winner gets to come on the show.
High stakes.
Fuck.
They might get a standard squeeze.
Just while we're on punting,
Yeah.
I do love.
Oh yeah. Have
the
you
dogs.
boys got anything? Have you got a tip?
I got one.
Because you got your all in. But
Yeah,
have you
I
got
got another one.
Righto. Well, one each for you boys to round the show off, eh?
Rightio. I do love the dogs on a Thursday night, dog night, the dish lickers.
Like dog rooter.
Oh yeah.
So this is tonight.
Joel Monaghan.
Yeah, so when this episode comes out Thursday, it'll be tonight.
Yep.
Right.
Sandown Park, race 7. Angus Keeping, number 5. It's paying $5, so it's not too high odds, but I like those odds for a dog.
What number 5? So it's out of gate 5. Does that mean?
Yep. Out of gate 5.
Fuck that.
Hey, it's hot. It works for me sometimes when it pays off. I'm a happy man when not. I'm
Hey,
not.
righto.
That's punting.
Yeah, it's got some decent form in its last 5. It's only won once, but it's good for placing. Good early speed. I can't tell you much on why I like it. I just do.
Yeah, but that's all dog betting. though.
Exactly. It's
There's-
not much.
yeah.
If they don't run into each other, they're going all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
That's right. And I got one more for you.
Righto.
Don Corleone
Ooh,
in the Blue Diamond.
I did see
Now
that.
the Blue Diamond, it's $5. The favourite's paying $5, so it's $5 a field. You say in that. Now he went 1,000 metres first up, won it. 1,100 second up, ran 4th, but it was really slow out of the gate. The main reason for this bet is Peter and Paul Snowden train it, and they are just renowned for their 2-year-olds. And the Blue Diamond Stakes is a 2-year-old race.
Yeah, righto.
Now, it's paying, what is it, $9.50 a win, getting around about that, $9.50 a win, $3.10 the place, and I just think it's a silly move if you don't have an each-way bet on it, because it's the only P&P Snowden horse in the race.
Yeah, right.
And that's rare. In a 2-year-old race, normally they have 2 or 3, so it's the only one in the Blue Diamond, and I'll be having a little dabble on that.
Nice.
Well, there you go. There's a few few bets to have a bit of a stab at. We'll see how we go and check in with you next week. But,
We will.
Yeah.
Hey, it's been a pleasure.
It's been great.
Absolutely.
I think just to finish off, we'll say to everyone, we'd really appreciate it if you go and follow all the socials. So the Reggies podcast on Facebook, Instagram. Is it that on TikTok too,
Yeah,
Grover?
TikTok and Instagram is the Reggies podcast, and then
Yeah.
we have the Reggies on YouTube and a Facebook page. And join the Reggies Rugby League Club.
Yeah.
And have your say on who's coming into this club.
That's right. Help us pick
Absolutely.
the team moving forward next week. So
Been a
fucking
pleasure. We'll see you next week.
don't stretch in the meantime.
See you around.